the Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start with the 25. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They'll run it to the right side. Moves the ball up to the 30.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. So an opening drive, 3rd and 10. And here comes the crowd noise. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover. Touchdown, North Carolina. A fumble return for 6. So they try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Tackle made after the completion. The Buckeyes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath.
It's intercepted, tried to fire it into a tight window. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick, or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
To throw, it's Burns. Throws to the tight end. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, UNC. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. First play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his back. Looking right, this one caught. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40. A new set of downs after that completion.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Looking to throw it on first down. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Buckeyes looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. He'll try a pass here. Caught near the goal line. And he takes it into the end zone. Let's check and see what that marker is about. So the quarterback lost track of where he was. He was all the way beyond the line of scrimmage before throwing that pass. Empty set now, 5 wide. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he will score! Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, and it's a touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Return starts from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. At the 10 now. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
Point after, knocked right through. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. 2nd down now after the sack. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's running out of time here. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Throwing for his running back. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Buckeyes will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
He's moving out of the pocket. He'll throw it now. But the junior quarterback inaccurate that time. Threw it behind the receiver.
Man, when a quarterback starts moving around like that, you move into what some defensive coordinators would call a second play because it becomes almost like backyard football at that point. That was a good job by the defense playing discipline and forcing the incompletion.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Pass not complete. This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. Buckeyes will look to convert here on 4th down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. A 4th down stop.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd down here. Back to throw. It's Burns. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really did give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Going to try to use his legs here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, North Carolina 28, Ohio State 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
Here's the 2nd down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short game.
At the 46-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? The 30, inside the 20. Moving right through the contacts. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Zimmerman. Oh, and he's got some space here. Just able to stop it, but it's a great return. Lucky to prevent a touchdown. They'll begin the drive with excellent field position. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Receiver makes the grab. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
It's now 3rd down.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Back to pass. It's Burns. The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Let's see what their mindset is this time. They got into field goal range, but got stopped on fourth down last time. It's a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. The Buckeyes come to the line to run the hurry up. They'll hand it off. It tests the middle but gets stuffed. That run goes nowhere. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Ohio State. It was a foot race and he won it.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. Now they get set to kick it away.
28, Ohio State, 21.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. The North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. He shreds the tackle.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Back to throw. It's Burns. The pocket breaking down. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
The returner is brought down. Gets us started in the next drive. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments? And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers, but we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit, swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Looking to throw again. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Now the important point after attempt. And he knocks it right through.
Kick is good.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
19. Set to kick off.
Bringing it out, it's Zimmerman. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
North Carolina Tar Heels will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. We get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
To throw, it's Burns. Makes a quick catch. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Pass is caught. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. And the junior able to get home with the sack. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Catch made across the middle by the running back. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it. And another...
Will he score here? Touchdown, North Carolina. This offense cannot be stopped. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Running out of time in the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And looking to throw now on first down. He's hit as he throws it. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock. Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry up. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Got him, he's sacked. So a timeout is called, just a few seconds left here in the first half. looks like the final play of the half coming up. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And the pass falls incomplete in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it deep to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stopped at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Dropping back, it's Burns. Catch made on the left side, and the Tar Heels are on the move here. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And the Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And the defense smothers him for no gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep his drive moving.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Ball handed off. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
This time, a completion. He makes the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. To the air, it's Burns. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
And the Tar Heels will look to convert here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. And the Tar Heels will line up now. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. try to add the lead down to the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. You know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
Off target and incomplete. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. Handoff to the back. Breaking free at midfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Worked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
North Carolina, 42. Ohio State, 35.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
North Carolina's Argues will take over first and 10.
And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that previous play. Looking to pass. It's Burns. Bringing pressure. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Finds an open target on the left side. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Here's the throw deep downfield. And he throws his third interception of the day. Going the other way, can they stop him? He steps out of bounds, a solid return, and a great play to set up his offense here.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
22, Ohio State 35.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Catch made over the middle. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now. And the Tar Heels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
And the Tar Heels are in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Burns. Picked off, a crucial turnover. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Oh, look at the quick cut. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
On first down, it's play action. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
They went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. When they hit him just as he releases the ball, it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He finds the running back for a 4th down catch. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Back to throw again. Let's it fly to the wideout. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Well, at this point, the offensive coordinator has to think about going to the other quarterback. That's his 4th interception in this game alone. He's throwing the ball in the coverage, and the defense is making him pay for it.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Scanning the field. It's Burns. Pressure is coming. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The ball is loose. And the defense jumps on the football.
Incredible job here by this defense to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they got a chance to get back in the game.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Looks right for a quick completion. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone.
for a first down.
A quick throw out left, complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense is still clicking. On paper, this looked like an excellent matchup. On the field, it's been even better than that, Kurt.
When we have two teams that are so evenly matched and have this kind of talent, the margin of error is just so slight. Now it comes down to the final 2 minutes. Who wants it more and who's going to play better?
Now he comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The pass rush closing in. And the clock has stopped here as we reach the final 2 minutes of play. Offense getting set. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking to pass. It's Burns. Looks to the left. Pass caught.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
And completion makes it second and short. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The ball is caught. And a timeout is called to talk strategy here. Tie game late in the fourth quarter.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
And the Tar Heels will have first and 10 here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to pass here on second down. He's running out of time here. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. And the defense calling time here with 26 seconds to play. After consecutive losses, they need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. Here's the handoff on a counter. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. And the defense will spend a timeout here. Stop on the clock with 21 seconds remaining. And the Tar Heels will have to kick it away. And they'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Ohio State.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Look out, he's got some space. Great effort on the final play of regulation, but now we head to overtime. So here comes our first play of overtime. Here's the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
They move the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
Kick is up and no good. He missed it, and the game is still tied up.
Now, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
So here we go. This defense needing to come up with something special here. Make a play to keep hope alive in this game. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll toss it to the back. Look at him run through those tacklers. 4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Boy, I thought he might take that one all the way to the house. What a nice job by being able to find that lane in that defense. He picks up big yards, and the defense is fortunate to get him out of bounds.
Just runs through a man, a mismatch. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow. That's a test of toughness and a test of will, and the running back won that battle.
Yeah, that's a great effort. Love to see running backs get their knees up and run through those potential arm tackles. That's what makes him one of the top backs in the country.
In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.